Hello, I'm Sei. Starting today, I will introduce book reviews in English that I have read. The books I introduce will mainly be Japanese business books, and then I hope to deliver them in English. I hope to provide not just reviews, but also include many examples in the introductions. To everyone busy with daily tasks, I hope happiness reaches you. Let's get started right away. Today's theme is the power to break through. The reason I was interested in this book is simple. Literally, I wanted the power to break through. I wanted to pursue what I wanted to do without compromise. As you age, you tend to become more defensive. And then I wanted to resist that. When you are young, you can dive into things and try them out with little experience. I wanted to regain that enthusiasm, whether it's sports or playing a music instrument. I used to challenge things without much thought, changing activities. In my case, I've been playing tennis for a long time, not particularly well, but I've continued because I love it, despite what others may say. I think this book is a reminder for those who have forgotten the power to break through. While the book covers the power to break through in various categories such as business, investment, information gathering, and future prediction, I will focus on business, which caught my interest. First, I've introduced three fundamental principles. First, persevere stoically. It said that persevering stoically is the only absolute rule for success. And then I truly believe that we all know that becoming stoic is essential. But why is it challenging to fully embrace stoicism? Everyone experiences the difficulty of entering a phase before achieving stability. It's a hardship before reaching a stable flight. Many give up because they can't endure that hardship, despite everyone understanding the difficulty and knowing that overcoming it is so painful. Some still manage to persist stoically. The difference might be in setting short-term goals. With short-term goals, only concentration is required. On the other hand, with a long-term perspective, various strengths are needed, such as self-management skills, perseverance, and then, of course, strong will. Achieving a breakthrough results evaluates your position, improving your environment. The author emphasizes that to persevere stoically, you need to start by setting goals and rules by yourself and stoically adhere to them. The second fundamental point is the mindset that with money, you can overcome most difficulties. Talking about money may seem vulgar, but let's be clear. Money is necessary. Money has tremendous power. Why can it be considered tremendous force? Because with money, you can avoid unreasonable things. For example, you can live a life without dealing with people you dislike, making your surroundings more convenient. Many people might say, I don't have money. If I had money, I would quit my job and then become independent immediately. I want to gain time. Yes, money can buy time. Admit that money is a tremendous force. However, few people have enough money. The book suggests that if you want money, the first step is to secure time. While money can buy time, earning money requires time. They are closely intertwined. The book argues that if you want money, the first step is to secure time. But isn't everyone incredibly busy? At least 8 hours at work, and some people have to go to the office again recently, not to mention the commuting time. There are also social invitations from seniors and bosses. The book says that to gain the power to break through, you should discard everything that doesn't contribute to earning. It might seem impossible, but pause for a moment and think, why is it impossible? Because you are afraid of being disliked, afraid of your reputation dropping, afraid of no longer being invited to social gatherings. If you have money, you can exit this kind of world, and even if you decline such invitations, you won't experience significant resentment. Most of it is stereotype, I believe. Rank it within yourself. If you want a breakthrough, take the shortest route to your goal. Make time. What to do with the time you've created. For a salaryman, it's a side job. A side job gives us a lot of opportunities. Getting income from sources other than the company built confidence and encourages things about increasing profit. This can benefit not only the main job but also open the path from a side job to starting a business. Once you have some financial stable, you can also invest. These three, side job, entrepreneurship, and investment, are crucial points for increasing your income. The last point to grab the essence of things. You might think this is obvious, but understanding the essence of things is challenging. If you instantly understand the essence of things, you won't face difficulties, and then everyone would already be successful. So, how do you capture the essence? It's a matter of intuition, experience, and initial knowledge. First, try according to your intuition, experience, and existing knowledge. If you feel something is wrong during the process, reconsider. It's precisely trial and error. Through trial and error, you can't find the essence, and the essence may vary from person to person. You have to persistently repeat trial and error on your own. Even if you find the essence, try to make it your own by continuing for at least 3 weeks. It's a well-known saying that if you wanna create a habit, continue for 21 days. These 21 days may be tough, but that's because you are not used to it. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes as natural as breathing. I've experienced this myself. I'm currently doing online English lessons, and then I've been studying for over an hour every day for the past 4 years. It has become a habit, and then I can't imagine right now not doing it. After hearing about the 21-day rule, I consciously started creating habits. In addition to English, I've established many habits such as daily exercise for my abdomen and arms, and then cleaning my room every day. I do these within 2 hours of waking up. I think the morning is a good time to create a habit. Mornings offer more free time, and then you are full of energy just after waking up. There's no reason not to use the time. While keeping these 3 points in mind, choose the field you want to break through. As I mentioned at the beginning, this book introduces business, investment, and then information gathering, and then future prediction. But I want to talk about things in the business field. If you want to break through in the business field, there are 6 key points. Let me explain this kind of detail in order. First, always be aware of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You often hear this expression. Recently, it's also called multitasking. However, there are also an argument that ultimately single task is better because it allows for higher accuracy and concentration. Certainly, it's important to use both approaches depending on the time and the situation. But personally, I strongly support multitasking because I believe that one effort naturally produces one result. It's not necessarily the case that one effort always results in only one goal. looking at things from multiple angles. This kind of angle allows you to see things that are not visible, and then your perspective widens, enable an overview. In this book, it's suggested that in addition to engaging in your main job, promoting yourself, building relationships, and developing skills can bring you closer to your dreams. I felt that killing two birds with one stone might generate skills and experiences for the shortest route to realizing your dream. Next, let's focus on the mindset of the frog in the well. It's an old Japanese proverb, and then to understand it, it's important to question common sense. However, common sense is just that too obvious to question. When interacting with people from abroad, I often find that what is considered normal in Japan seems strange. So, making friends with people from other countries, participating in English conversation cafes, and then engaging in cultural exchanges can be very interesting. It makes you question a life following the same path as everyone else, while being in sync with others provides a sense of security. Looking at it differently reveals that one's life might be controlled by someone else. It's challenging to break free suddenly from the norm. Therefore, I think it's okay to take it slow and gradually step out of the ordinary. It's essential not only to question the norm, but also to think about alternatives and take action. There's something similar to the frog in the well mindset in this principle, and it's extremely important to succeed. Keep the number of people involved to a minimum. Associating with others slows down decision making. Increasing the number of meetings distances you from your ideals and reduces your profit. While these disadvantage points are easy to imagine, the book emphasizes stretching your skills without relying on others, as all outcomes are your responsibility, leading to a significantly different level of seriousness. You can also have a lot of personal time associating with the flow I mentioned at the beginning. First securing time and then focusing on money, let's distance ourselves from the usual gatherings and the meetings and reflect on them. Furthermore, as a rule for achieving success in business, there is a recommendation for scalability. Although there is a similarity with the previously mentioned killing two birds with one stone, this point involves utilizing leverage. Recently, this term has become widely known due to the popularity of stock investment, but it's advisable to make use of what is available. By expanding horizontally from one success to another, profits and experience can grow. Moreover, it doesn't require much effort. Truly a case of hitting two birds with one stone. I once again realized the importance of having a mindset that seeks ease. For example, language learning. In my case, I thought that being able to converse was sufficient. However, as I continued studying, I noticed that reading and writing are extensions of conversation. As proficiency in conversation grows, the desire to read books for knowledge and to record thoughts becomes apparent. So, recently, I've started reading English books, and now in this new challenge, I'm introducing the books I've read, connecting them to my experiences for reuse. Now, for the final point that I really wanted to share with everyone, it's about the idea that what determines success or failure is how many seeds you continue to sow, how many failures you accumulate. There's a report that states only 5% to 10% of entrepreneurs, investors, or those pursuing side businesses achieve success. So, considering the odds, nobody would want to take on the challenge. But why take on the challenge? It's simply because it's a way to fail without cost. You learn a lot from failures. So, I believe that failures aren't really failures. They are experiments. It's just that the result didn't match your expectations. So, with this new information, you take on the challenge again. Although it's easy to understand in words, actually doing it is incredibly difficult. It requires a strong mental attitude, and then it's known to be challenging to persevere. How can one continue to take on challenges without being discouraged by failures? Reflecting on my own experience, I think enjoying the process is crucial. Currently, I'm taking on the challenge of YouTube, and then I haven't achieved success yet. It's been a series of failures. However, I can keep on going. Why? Because it's enjoyable. I can feel my own growth, and then I'm hopeful for a bright future. So, I reflect, make gradual adjustments, and continue. My favorite phrase is, you only live once. So, I try to enjoy life without regrets, giving it my all, and never give up. In the end, I think what you can rely on is your own set of principles. So, that's my interpretation after reading this book. Of course, everyone may perceive it differently, depending on their own experiences. I don't expect everyone to share the same opinion, but I believe it's incredibly important to hear others' thoughts and incorporate them into your own. I often use platforms like YouTube to absorb content like this, and use different opinions as tools to enhance my own. I hope this video has been of some help to you in some way. Thank you for very much for watching. See you.